Hello, hello, hello. I'm driving, so I'm going to do my best to focus on the road. You'll get the message. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I just got into like a really clear space, and all of a sudden I'm getting guidance and information, download, whatever you want to call it. I'm just tuning into my source, myself, my 0 point, and I'm in a clear space. And I cleared my space vocally by using commands and decrees. And then went up for a drive. And driving always kind of like, especially when I'm driving by myself, like puts me into boom. I get dialed in. So, anyways, the I gets dialed in. Because I'm in this suit. I'm in the suit, and so now I'm gonna go a little off track to what the message was, and I feel like I'll get there. But the suit. Sometimes we forget that we have a suit. And the suit operates off of vibration. It's filled with water. Water is programmable by the vibrational energy. Everywhere we go has etheric energy that we're swimming in, like a pool. Like when you go in the water in the pool, if someone pees in the pool, you're swimming in pee. Doesn't matter if it's highly dissolved over 100 gallon or a 500 gallon or whatever. I'm gonna pull off because I actually feel like this video is going to be really good, and I want to keep my signal really nice, so thank you for bearing with me for a second. I'm just going to pull off to the road here, and everything's going to be perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, we're swimming in vibrational, etheric, auric energy fields that we can't see. We feel it, but a lot of us have been so disconnected from our feelings that we're ignoring that it's there, pretending not to know, or sweeping under the rug, or don't have an understanding of what's going on. But once we awaken and we start tuning in to how we were when we were children, right? When you were a child, you didn't have as much of this programming. The DNA was definitely programmed and manipulated and limited, but you were in your most purest, source of self version in this incarnation. And if you've awakened and you've cleared yourself, and remembered who you are, the divinity that you are, you can actually start to reprogram the DNA to a higher position in the spiral, we'll just say in the spiral of ascension, than it was when it incarnated on the planet. And that's what we're doing. We're ascending the planet. Star seeds have come down here to bring the vibration up, raise it up, and remove and shake off all the density. And that's just part of the timeline, the way I understand it. Everyone's able to understand whatever they want. So anyways, we're in this soup, right? This sauce. We're in the pool. We're in the energy field. Wherever we go, everywhere we go is like we're swimming in that. But then like we get into our own homes, or we get into our own spaces. And that's where I was getting at, is just being in our own space. Because once I got today specifically, I'm just looking at like, how it was, and I got this download, and I got into a clear space. So, I woke up this morning. I'll just paint the picture. I woke up this morning, and I'm living at the current moment with other beings, other divine, human, incarnate, new earth reflections in the same household, but everyone has their own vibrational energy, right? So when we put them all together in a house, now we're all swimming in that energy together. It's always been like this. That's why they say, like, the 5 people you're around the most is who you become. So whoever you're around, you're becoming, period. Just period. Your vibration and their vibration is mixing and merging and swirling and twirling and engaging and entangling, and you guys are becoming each other. And this is just how this realm works in the suit, because that's how the suit works, the suit. If it doesn't matter if you're some master, if I take a master, right? I take someone who's a super duper master, and I dip them into a pool that we've all been, throwing all of our crap in, and urinating in and defecating in and speaking bad to and all that stuff. They're going to get immersed in that water. And then they can use their mastery to stay at the 0 point, but they're still in that water, in this realm, okay? So anyhow, it's very beneficial to us as awakened starseeds, incarnate here on this planet now, to program and command and decree our fields. so we can anchor in that divinity, activate our energy fields, our light body, our Christ itself, our divine self, our ascended self, our master self, our galactic self, come into the unified presence of the One, return the source incarnate consciousness to the field, ask all to leave that is no longer serving the highest good and the greatest joy of my being, my beingness, and the collective beingness as one. And thank you very much for listening. And so the cells are responding to our voice, and we clear the space. So I cleared my space, the I, right? Cleared my space, did my commands, took a shower, cleared the energy. The people that I woke up with left, so I had a different environment, right? Cleared space, did my thing. Now I'm in my organic, natural flow. I don't have any local beings in the flow of my flow. I'm just in my flow. Like, what's my flow? By myself, being 100% with me. What is my flow? And then what is my highest? And then being guided. If I do that, and I get in the car and I drive around, which clears me even more, and then I'm just clear. And now all of a sudden I'm receiving information, downloads, which I wasn't getting before because I had all this junk and monk and whatever. And there's no judgments on anything, but it's just all that stuff is in the field. And with everyone and quarantine and self-isolating and all this jazz, you might be around some, family, because we're just family down here. It's actually the original incest from day one. So, brother and sister, connected, and here we are. So, just, to get a tip of the iceberg, that's how far back it goes. So we're all just family, brothers and sisters down here, and it's perfect. I feel like I got on a tangent there for a second. So where I was getting at was the energy cleared. The energy cleared. I cleared my energy. I'm in my own organic space. I have no interference that I can see, right? And I've asked for, I started playing a chant, Kadosh, 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 Adonai, and a protection chant or whatever. And then all of a sudden I'm receiving information, divine information. I'm like, oh, I'm getting information right now. I can share it and do a video to anchor it into the reality in the now. So based on all that information, we have entered in a very powerful passageway. I'm sure you all can feel it. We're in a multiple eclipse season time. The solstice is coming up. There's a lot of energy shifting, changing, and a lot of stuff going on in the collective. It's pretty wild what's happening. And so our mastery of ourself is of the utmost highest importance there is. Period. I don't care what anyone else tells you. And I'm not telling you can, follow your own truth and your higher guidance. But what I'm saying is, unless we are mastered ourselves, then we're not mastery out there. Because it's whatever's in here is how it's out there. So it's extremely valuable in this now moments to be with you. It's okay to clear out your space. It's okay to ask for space. It's okay to ask for boundaries. It's okay to be like, enough. I heard enough. I need to be in a different space. It's okay to leave and go into nature, which I highly recommend. And it's really important to just tune into yourself. Do whatever is your highest joy. Your highest joy, which is going to tune you into your original self. Your pure creator, prime creator self, and then everything will just shift. You'll see it. It'll just happen. So take the self-care, the baths, eat well, breathe, do movement. We got to move this energy. There's a lot of energy coming in. We got to move it through our vessels, otherwise it gets stuck, and that's dis-ease. Activate your DNA, commands, decrees, invocations, sound healing, music, just whatever gets you into the higher state, allows you to clear your energy fields, get into bodies of water. If you can't get into like a river or an ocean or a creek or a lake, then get into your bathtub. If you don't have a bathtub, seek one out, get somewhere. Showers are amazing too, but soaking in water is really powerful, and then commanding that water with your voice is tuning it in, because your body is all water, and when everything syncs up, it's amazing. It's an amazing energy cleanser and clear. So that's really the message I have at the moment, is just love yourself, put yourself first, ask for space, put boundaries up. It's okay to say no. Now, if you feel great and you're just, in tip-top shape, go play. But a lot of us go play when we're not in tip-top shape, and then we spread this vibration that's not tip-top. So then we get vibrations back that are not tip-top. Where if we're in our most highest tuned-in self, authentically just like following our highest joy, then we're spreading that. And that is much more powerful. And all of a sudden, now you're hanging around with all highly joyful beings that are doing the same. And you're in service to all because it becomes a collective energy. So just really, honor yourself at this moment. In this passageway for the next month, it's going to be wild, crazy wild. We were just in the eye of the storm. It was calmed down, and now we're moving through, like we're in the middle of this transition, and there's a big transition happening, and we're going to be moving into a reality that is nothing like what it used to. And you're already in that reality. It's nothing like what it used to. So now we get to choose how we want to create what we want, and not by the mainstream media or anybody else's agenda or programs or bullshit. We can organically tune into what's best for ourselves and the collective as a whole, and return to unity. But it's going to take, I feel like there's going to be a big separation before there's a unity. That's my internal feeling. So watch out for the triggers. You don't have to engage. You can use love everywhere. Disengage, block, privatize, whatever you need to do for yourself in this now moment to get through. You don't have to accept everything that's being presented to you. And I feel like we're going to be going through a big challenge. To just direct what we focus on, because what we focus on expands, and that's what we're telling our DNA we want more of. So love you, love you, love you. Thank you for being with me in this now moment. Blessings, reflections, blessings.